And welcome back to the channel. Just on a short little hike today. There's this small little pond right here. I'm gonna try and fish it. There's some fish in here, some decent sized bass in here. I fished it before but never caught any of the bass. And then right over there is a river. So I'm gonna mess around here in this little pond, see if I can catch a couple things. If not, then I'm gonna mosey on down that river. This is actually a section of state land again that I've only been on this once. I've never really explored the whole thing. So I'm hoping to do that today. I'm hoping just to kind of wander around for a few hours. It's kind of a short, small spot, but I don't know what's out there. Never been here. So let's go check it out together. But first I'm gonna try and fish this little hole. And I don't have really good camera gear today, so my angles and all that stuff is not gonna be that great. So I'm gonna try to find a spot to set up so you can see me fish here, but it's not looking that promising. So I just don't have, I'm new to this, so I don't have a whole lot of good stuff yet. But that's all right. Let's see what I can do. All right. So I didn't like that first spot. I didn't have anywhere to prop up the camera. Of course, I just don't have the way to prop up the camera. So this pond is it's a pretty neat little pond. See that big old turtle right in the middle there. There's a bunch of turtles in here. And I know there's bass in here. I've seen them before. Right now I don't see them. But there is a bunch of gills in here. Decent sized gills, not bad. But I know as soon as I start throwing in there, that's all I'm gonna catch. So I don't know if I want to waste my time with a bunch of gills. Little ones that I know I'm not gonna keep them. I'm not gonna do really anything with them. I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw a line in right here and just see what happens. I know, because there's like 4 decent sized gills right here on their beds. Sunfish. Yeah. Should just go over the river and just see if I can catch some trout. You know what? Oh, it's right over here. I'll wander over there a minute. It's just through the woods here. I didn't really want to walk through all these high grasses that were back there either, because right now ticks are going crazy. I've already found about, I don't know, a dozen of them on me this year already. It's only the middle of June. And here's the river. This is what I plan on walking the rest of the day. Possibly doing some fishing if I can find some good access points too. I didn't bring any boots or waders or anything, but this is a nice little spot here. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll do both. I'll go fish that little pond for a minute, and then I'll come over here, and then I'll just keep on wandering down, find more stuff, take you guys along with me. There's just little trails and stuff that go all over the place. Looks like there was a rope swing over here. Let's check this out. Somebody put a rope swing in over here. Yeah. I might be able to get down to that. So I am filming a little bit different today. I do have one selfie stick I'm using, so I don't actually know what it's going to turn out like. All the other ones I've ever filmed, I just carry it in my hand because I don't really have anything. So hopefully this is a little bit better. It's a little bit more stable. Yeah, here's the rope swing. Not very deep there. Shoot, I can see the bottom. It's probably only 2 feet deep. Probably come here after big heavy rain. Be a little bit deeper, but not by much. It's a pretty cool river. I've canoed. It's a popular spot to canoe and tube and stuff for people. It's a good river. It's a lot of fun. I have fished it several years. I used to catch trout when I was a kid. I used to come here, not to this spot, but other spots and locations, and fly fish. Catch some decent trout. And I've fished it with lure fishes a couple of times and have caught some smallmouth. out of here. One guy I heard down at a bridge downstream, way downstream, caught a 24-inch pike underneath one of the bridges, which is pretty cool for this river. So I don't know, we'll go try this pond first, I guess, just to screw around. Just why not? We're here, might as well. I got some worms, I got a bobber, and I did bring for the river as I'm walking down farther to find some other spots. I brought my little Tenkara fly rod, and I've had that thing now for over a year, and I tried it out for the first time on a river up north, and I didn't really get the hang of it. Really didn't know what I was doing. So hopefully this time, this river is a little bit slower than that one. That one's really fast. This one's slower, so hopefully I'll be able to just kind of take my time with it. But there's not a lot of good openings to get down there. Again, I don't have my waders or anything, so I might be a little bit limited, but we'll see. We'll give it a go. Let's see if I can find a spot to set this camera so you guys can watch this. But if not, then I'll just throw this in. If I catch anything, I'll film it. Interestingly, just as I set my stuff down to get my worms out of my bag, I come across this guy. Two of them. Those things are pretty neat. I'm not exactly sure what they are, what they're called, but obviously they're some sort of millipede or centipede. Look at that one. That's pretty cool. They're big. Probably 2 inches long. Cool. All right, back to fishing. Okay, so that was kind of a bust, like I thought. I was either going to catch nothing but gills or nothing, and I caught nothing. It's been about 10-15 minutes. Excuse me. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time in this little pond when we can just be hiking. So I'm going to quick pack up some of the stuff I got here. My worms and a few things. We'll go find a better spot down the river and just kind of do some wandering and exploring. And I wish I had a better way of filming some of this stuff. And I got this selfie stick. I have two cameras, but I just don't have the right gear to set it up so I can film a lot more. Because I noticed in some of my other videos, it was mostly me. I've just got most of the camera on me. Well, I want to get more of the terrain, more of the landscape and things like that. So I'll see what I can do. Hopefully a better job this time. All right, let me pack up. We'll head out, and I'll check back in once we hit the trail a little bit better, a better spot to film. We'll go this way. There's no trail here, but that's all right. I'll check for ticks. I've been on this part. I said about a month ago, a friend of mine and me came to the spot. Wandered around for a minute because neither of us had ever been here, but we didn't explore the whole area. We were looking for mushrooms. Didn't find any mushrooms, at least not the kind we were looking for that day. But did get a chance to see a few things we liked. Did find a bunch of wild ramps too, which are fantastic, but I didn't grab any from this spot because I had already found some from a different spot. I don't need a lot of them. I only take a couple handfuls of those every year, once a year. I don't need a lot of them. They are good though. This is a beautiful spot. Nice massive giant white oak tree. That is gorgeous. Big tree. How much shade that thing provides. All right, click you off, find another spot. I don't want to use up all my battery. The other thing I was noticing about filming too is the fact that a lot of the stuff, even when I turn the camera on just for a few minutes, I do that 5 or 10 times, I end up with almost 20 minutes of footage of just random stuff. So I'm gonna try to cut some of that down too. All right, we'll get to a better spot again. See if we can do a little bit different things. All right. I snuck up on a mama wood duck and her babies. They're all heading down river now. That was cool. It's a good spot to try and fish, but it is shallow. It's only like ankle deep here. Can't really do much with that. Try to find something a little bit deeper. Well, no, this is a really nice spot. It's all maple forest in here. Mostly maple anyway. Sugar maple, hard maple, rock maple, whatever you want to call it. Some people get irritated when I say sugar maple. They say, no, it's rock maple or hard maple. Well, it's also the maple that has the highest sugar content, and that's where we get maple syrup from, the best quality anyway. So that's why I call it sugar maple. Oh wow, this is cool. Check this out. I'm up on a ridge, probably, I don't know, maybe 15 feet high. It's just beautiful little view up here. Actually, I think I'm gonna go down and try to fish that. It's got a nice little spot I can walk down. It looks pretty shallow though. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep going. See if I can find a little pocket of deeper water. Because my Tenkara won't go out that far. I don't have that much leader line on it. So all this up here is really shallow mud. It's way out there I want to go, but that's a stretch. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too picky. Anyway, I'll see if I can find a better spot to use the fly rod. Yeah, you got a lot of beautiful maple trees in here though. Nice big ones. Nice tall, straight, thick canopies. Beautiful trees. All right, I'll bring you back. So I just came to a fork in the road. One of them goes out that way into a field. My battery's dying pretty fast. And then there's this one that goes along the top of this ridge, which is really narrow. I think I'm going to choose this one because this one looks really fun. Who wants to go into a boring old field anyway? Thankfully it's not that high. It's only about 10 feet. But it's a lot more interesting. Although I am more susceptible to the ticks because I'm rubbing up against all kinds of vegetation in here. But it did rain pretty heavy last night, so typically when it rains like that, it knocks them down. They're not as bad. This is This little bog area is actually, I believe it's a series of little springs that fill up this area and then drain out into the river. Oh, it's just pretty cool. There's quite a few of those. A lot of the areas around here are like that. A lot of the protected areas, I mean the state lands and things, are surrounded by, oh, that's huge. Big red oak. Anyway, a lot of the state lands around here have a lot of those water features on them. Natural springs that flow into creeks, lakes, and whatnot. But that also means that they've been heavily used when it comes to things like hunting and fishing. You know, it's hard to get good. It's not as easy to get good fishing on some of these waterways just because they're so heavily used. Like that little pond, there's fish in it. There's decent sized fish in there, but they're just super spooky and they don't want anything you throw at them. And it's just probably because they've been overfished. Or not, maybe I just don't know how to fish. And this is, we just walked into nothing but snakeweed and poison ivy. That's all it is. Snakeweed and poison ivy. Well, I'm gonna go back in there. I don't know why I went this way anyway. Maybe because it looked like that trail was starting to come to an end. Yeah, I'll have to just make a new trail. It's getting really thick in here too. The undergrowth is just thick, man. And again, this is an area I haven't been down. I'm not familiar with this. Looks like it kind of clears up a little bit up over that way, but the river's down over that way. I'm trying to get back down to the river, but it is thick in here. I don't want to start trudging through all that stuff. Yeah, not a lot of options. Thick, tall grass and these ferns. I don't know if I can even get back down to the river without going through that stuff. But I don't know, there's somewhat of a trail still here. I'll keep following it. I'll come back, update you guys when I get back down there, if I can get back down there. Well, I can't seem to find the trail I was on. I got kind of turned around and it is thick in here. There's so much honeysuckle and rosebush and everything in between, and poison ivy everywhere, and woodbine, which I'm not concerned about the woodbine, but the poison ivy I am, and it is everywhere, and it's thick and tall and huge. That's like a foot tall. Those freaking petals on that stuff are like 4 inches big, 4 inches long, and it's everywhere. It's all over the place, which I don't really concerned about it. I'm not really allergic to it, and I have big boots and pants on, so if anybody else, it might be an issue. But again, it's thick. I can't get through that stuff without honestly, without a machete. I don't have a machete. I have a fishing pole. Fishing poles don't work very good as machetes. So I think I'm gonna go out this way, see if I can cut around outskirt, maybe go back to that field. Maybe that field has just maybe I'm doing things the hard way, and there's probably a much easier way of getting there. I don't know if I know what these are. little berries on them. Thorns. It almost looks like prickly ash, but I don't ever remember seeing prickly ash with those little berries on them. I don't know. So here's somewhat of a trail, again through this thick, tall grass, but maybe that's the only way through, because you can't get through that. That's too thick. Even with a machete, shoot, you'd burn so much energy just chopping and getting through that stuff just to make it 20 feet. I don't really see another trail. I mean, there's openings and whatnot, but here's the field. That's where I came from over there, which it's not that far. It's probably only about 100 yards or so, but that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to see that other portion of the river, but I guess that shows me a lesson, and I need to get myself a decent pair of waders or river shoes or something so I can walk down that river rather than walking through the woods. My intent was actually to come down and fish, not necessarily do a hike, but oh well, I guess we're doing a hike instead of a fish, which is good. Hikes are good too. Yeah, I don't see anything. It just kind of curves back around and goes up towards where the road is. I don't really want to go up there. All right, well, I guess maybe at this point I'm going to call it and we'll head back and see if I can find a couple of them spots on the way back to fish. And you know what? Maybe we'll even go to a different spot. This wasn't nearly as exciting as I was hoping it would be, but maybe we'll go to another spot. I got time today. So anyway, I'll head back. We'll catch up with you guys along the way back. Hopefully we can get a better outcome to this. Well, this is one spot I had to film. This is one spot I had to film just because it's just a beautiful spot. And I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but this is like a silvopasture where there's grass underneath this forest canopy and these big maple trees that are growing everywhere. But down here, it's just this open, beautiful forest floor. It is just so nice in here. It's shaded. The breeze is coming off. It's up on a ridge. It drops off right there. So this is just a gorgeous spot just to sit and put up a hammock and just take a nap or set up camp. If I had the opportunity to set up camp here, I would. This is just a prime spot. Beautiful. But again, I don't know if the camera does it justice, if you can really see this whole area, because it goes way over there too. But this is just it's a beautiful spot. I just wanted to share that. Nice little deep pocket right here. Right there. I might try and fish this for a minute, see if I can get my tenkara out. If I can just hit this little spot right here. This river kind of bends right around here. My battery's dying, I only got about 19% left, so let me get some stuff out and I'll see if I can switch some batteries and find another spot to put the camera. I don't remember which tenkara rod this is, what series it is, or what it's called. I don't remember, but it telescopes out to about 10 feet. I don't think I've got a fly on here right now. I gotta put a new one on. It is getting kind of windy too. I don't have any dry fly goop. Put on these, I gotta tie a fly on. If I can find one. I don't do a ton of fly fishing, so I'm not by any means an expert at all. I don't know the best fly tie. I'm just gonna tie it like I do a normal hook. And hopefully that gets me what I need, which I'm sure it will, because it's still good. I don't even know the name for it. I'm not really an educated fisherman, other than I just know how to put a worm on a hook and catch fish. I'd like to get better at it, especially fly fishing, because I do enjoy it. Trout being my favorite fish. Should do it right there. Clip that end off. Ouch. Got me. There we go. We're good to go. Now, I filmed me switching out flies and getting my rod out, but I don't have any way of filming the fishing, really. I'll just try doing this maybe. See what happens. I can't even see it. get it out there. We've got so much line. Lost that fly. So that tells me we are not going to continue to fish here. It's just too much of it. It's just not a good spot. All right, I'm going to pack up and move on. It just wasn't really working that well. So apparently I'm having a lot of camera malfunctions. First, this is my other camera, my backup one. First one said it was having SD card errors. I don't know what's going on there. And then this one, I just put the brand new battery in this one, turned it on, and it worked fine. I turned it off and tried to hit record, and it wouldn't record. So I had to take the battery out, put it back in. Anyway, I'm back. I'm up the hill. The Tenkara fishing in this little spot was not the greatest. Just got it snagged. I really feel like this river is better off. That rod I got is too long, honestly. It's like a 10-foot rod. And I guess when I ordered it, I didn't realize it was that long. I thought it was going to be a little bit shorter because I was going for more like a 7 to 8 foot. And just because I wanted to be able to get into some tighter areas. And with it being 10 feet long, it's just harder to get down, especially along the bank when I've got a lot of overhanging trees and branches and stuff. Just not conducive at all. But I definitely think that rod will still work if I get in the water. Just get some water gear and walk up and down the river. It'd be a lot more beneficial. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. Just because I'm already running across a lot of issues. Tech issues. Fly fishing issues. Whatever. I thank you guys for joining me. I may even go to another spot today and film some more. Who knows? But this is a cool spot. It's a state land. The beginning of it's really neat. The rest of it, the other spot I didn't go to, there's a reason probably why there isn't any trails over there, is because it's too thick to walk in. But anyway, maybe I can get a nice shot of the river before I sign off here. I'll try to find a good spot. River, there's more stuff that's kind of over that way, but I'm back to where the pond was, back to where the beginning of the trail was. I'm just going to end it here. I thank you guys for coming along. I know this journey was kind of a bummer. It was kind of a letdown. I didn't catch any fish, didn't get to see the end of the property. I thought it was going to be a lot prettier than it was, but it's not. It's still a good walk. It's still a good area. But anyway, thank you for coming along. I do appreciate you. Appreciate you following along, those of you who are sticking with me. And again, I'm going to try to upgrade some of my gear so that you guys can actually see more of the things I'm doing, rather than just me saying I'm going to do something and then you don't get to see me doing it. So there's more to come. Stay tuned. Thanks. Have a good day. God bless.